Vector of 1760 on the fifth semi.
Nicely done, Peter. Now here's Peter Smith.
Ready racing. Now, King Meadow, I'm not sure if he went roughly at the start or not, but he just drops back behind them. On the inside, Precious Lotus is away well. Cut the Caper showing its usual pace. Rat Knight there in the centre. Timely Treasure was caught 3 deep as Cut the Caper works across here. Cut the Caper looks for the lead. Precious Lotus is driving up, though, around the first turn. Now, Rat Knight's got the trail. Timely Treasure's eased to get one off. Then Sir Mitchell on the rails. Further back then to Dialer Buckty. They've gone hard early. Another 4 metres further back then to New Murdoch. Well back out of it, King Meadow, and last of all, Butcher's Hook. Cut the Caper couldn't get to the front. Precious Lotus drives up and holds the lead, and Cut the Caper now has to ease. Rat Knight on its back and Timely Treasure both have to ease. Sir Mitchell drives up behind the leader. Another quick lead time, 45.4. Dialer-Buck midfield. New Murdoch on its back, getting through along the inside. Butcher's Hook, and 3 metres away at the tail was King Meadow. Racing into the back, a lap and 3/4 from home. Precious Lotus the leader. 4 metres the good of Cut the Caper. Sir Mitchell behind the leader, and Rat Knight's 1-1. Timely Treasure next, getting right up along the inside. Butcher's Hook. It'll get up to about 4th and 5th in a short time. Dialer-Buck on the outside, following it New Murdoch, and 6 metres away at the tail on its lonesome was King Meadow. Halfway around the top turn, she's had a little bit of a breather mid-race, Precious Lotus, but gee, worked hard early. 2 metres Cut the Caper also had that tough early run. In behind them, Sir Mitchell's had a very good run in transit. 1 out and 1 back, Rat Knight. Then Timely Treasure on the outside of Butcher's Hook. There's no moves coming. Dialer-Buck still well back, New Murdoch, and King Meadow with the job to do at the tail. Down to the judge they race. They've got a lap to run, and the leader was Precious Lotus by 3 metres. I presume the first quarter's meant to be 32.9. Cut the Caper's under pressure. Sir Mitchell waits for the run to come. Butcher's Hook held up inside of Rat Knight. Now Dialer-Buck's out 3 deep, trying to flush out Timely Treasure. Then New Murdoch, and last King Meadow. Past the 600, Precious Lotus led. Cut the Caper's gone. Sir Mitchell gets into the clear. It's had the dream run. Further back then was Rat Knight. Around the outside of it goes Dialer-Buck. New Murdoch trying to chase it. Then Timely Treasure, Butcher's Hook. Sir Mitchell raced to Precious Lotus, but Dialer-Buck is racing to them very quickly. Dialer-Buck's about to race straight past the 2 leaders. New Murdoch's following at home. Rat Knight there in the centre, then Butcher's Hook and Timely Treasure on the turn, and Dialer-Buck got about 8 metres clear. New Murdoch runs to a clear second, then Precious Lotus. Rat Knight down the outside, Butcher's Hook in the centre, but Dialer-Buck's going to win, and win easily. Suited by the fast early pace, but he sprinted home brilliantly to score an easy victory over New Murdoch. Butcher's Hook got up for 3rd, and I think Rat Knight's there for 4th. Precious Lotus boxed on pretty well. Next in, King Meadow never in it. Sir Mitchell tired. Timely Treasure and Cut the Caper last in.
Okay, Peter Smith and Lance Justice completing a winning double at Globe Derby tonight. Very good win to Dialer-Buck, 784. Now, what we got? We've got some dividends after the dead heat for the...
7 Shy Test at 3.30, so now they are joint favourites, numbers 5 and 7 at 9 to 4 apiece, and a 3 Able Dreamer at $4.50. Just about all locked away, or being locked away now for the 4th heat of the Twin Track Trophy. Feature event of the night, the John Stollery Maiden Final, won by 6 Blue Gamble, trained by John and Julie Finn at 20 to 1, defeating 8 Zach Hanna and a 4 Moving Jumbuck. Moving in well, the Penrith Derby on here Saturday, November the 9th, the heats, and then the final on November the 16th, worth $10,000 to the winner. Green light ready to run now on heat 4, race 7. Ready and racing, Like a Cape again fair. Carolyn Bale won the start from Bundle of Joy, moving to 3rd, Jeff's Rain. Out wide a Shy Test from a Rude Lad, getting over in behind them, Like a Cape from Able Dreamer, and Bundle of Joy had been pushed back to the rear, heading up the back, and Carolyn Bale the leader, being attacked for the lead by Shy Test. Jeff Rain 3rd on the rail, 5 lengths to Like a Cape, Rude Lad, and further back Able Dreamer on the turn, and Shy Test ranging up to Carolyn Bale. Shy Test put a head in front from Carolyn Bale, getting through Jeff's Rain. Carolyn Bale's kicking back, and Carolyn Bale got the money. Carolyn Bale by 2 lengths, close second, Shy Tess and Jeff's Rain. Like a Cape flashed home for 4th, followed by Able Dreamer. Further back, Bundle of Joy, Barood Lad, and Psychotrice was one of the last to finish.
2 and a photo, thank you, Darren, in the race 7 at Penrith, Moonee Valley race 5, and the Scotch Notch Memorial.
870 metres distance event. Set, racing. Rolliston Lad rolled away nicely. Murniong Lord has broken. Out wide, Perfect Boy's away beautifully. He's tackling on the outside, Rolliston Lad early. Artius is broken. Penny Brown is out of her gear. Con's Poem fairly away with Glenfield Girl. And let's have a look for the favoured runner, Digger's Idol. He has begun only fairly. He's got 4 behind him early. Con's Poem, Murniong Lord, Penny Brown, and Artius is out the back. It's Perfect Boy on the outside, drawing up to tackle Rolliston Lad. Out of the straight they race at the 2300. They're broken away by 15 metres to Share Hanover. Campbell King on the outside gets to 4th. Fair Telly is 5th. 15 metres to Lady Thor, 10 metres to Random Height, 8 metres to Suave Guy, 12 metres Glenfield Girl, 10 metres Digger's Idol, 15 metres Con's Poem, 12 metres to Murniong Lord, 30 metres to Penny Brown and 50 metres to Artius. That's the order. They're well strung out. At least 200 metres at cover, leader to last, coming off the top turn the first time. Rolliston Lad, he retained the lead after being worked by Perfect Boy. On the fence racing third is Share Hanover. Campbell King has the 1 by 1, followed by Fair Telly. In behind them, Lady Thor. 12 metres to Random Height, 8 metres to Suave Guy, 6 metres Glenfield Girl, then Digger's Idol, 10 metres to Con's Poem, 35 metres to Murniong Lord, 15 metres to Penny Brown, and 10 metres away Artius. 2 circuits out, Rolliston Lad about to be steadied out of the straight of the 1750, almost 2 metres, 2 on the outside, Perfect Boy, who worked the leader in the first circuit. Random Height was about to pull out there, 3 wide from 3 back on the outside after pulling pretty hard. On the leader's back is Share Hanover. Campbell King in the centre. From the rear now, Con's Poem. He set a light off the track out 4 wide. Suave Guy come out in front of him. Then Random Height on the outside of Fair Telly. 4 metres away, Lady Thor. The outside, Glenfield Girl, followed by Digger's Idol. Third last, Murniong Lord, 12 metres away. Artius second last, 8 metres away, and back on the fence is Penny Brown. Trouble on that top turn. Campbell King, he went for a gallop. Severely checked, Glenfield Girl. Digger's Idol split the pair. Murniong Lord went for a gallop. Random Height found bother. So did Artius and Penny Brown. On the turn of the lap and a quarter, Con's Poem on the outside. He drew up to tackle Rolliston Lad at the 1100. Working up on the outside, Perfect Boy now gets to 4th after working in the first circuit. On the leader's back is Share Hanover. She's enjoyed a nice run, trailed up in turn by Fair Telly, then Suave Guy. Lady Thor on the rail, 2 metres to Campbell King. Digger's Idol, he now works up to be 4 back on the outside, 8 metres to Random Height, Artius. Glenfield Girl is now off the track, followed by Penny Brown, 12 metres away, and last is Murniong Lord. Out of the straight they race towards the 650 in the Scotch Notch Memorial. Rolliston Lad, he leads Con's Poem by a neck. On the fence is Share Hanover. 4th on the outside, Perfect Boy not going well. Peeling off its back now is Suave Guy. Then Fair Telly making ground the fences. Share Hanover comes 1 off the rail. 8 metres to Campbell King, followed by Lady Thor. Digger's Idol, he's got the job from there, followed by Glenfield Girl, Random Height, Artius, Murniong Lord and Penny Brown. Before the home turn, 300 metres out still, Rolliston Lad. He leads by neck to Con's Poem. Pulling out now 3 wide is Share Hanover. Fair Telly needing to run the leaders back. Suave Guy pulling out 4 wide. Then Lady Thor, Campbell King. Digger's Idol not in the race from Glenfield Girl. At the 200 day, Rolliston Lad in front. Share Hanover, Suave Guy coming out after him, followed by Fair Telly needing a run. Rolliston Lad still in front though. Share Hanover tries hard. Fair Telly goes for a gallop. Rolliston Lad though in front. And Rolliston Lad wins 1.5 metres to Share Hanover. I think Suave Guy third from Fair Telly. He broke 50 metres off the line. Then Digger's Idol. In behind them, Con's Poem, followed by Lady Thor, Murniong Lord, Random Height, Perfect Boy, Glenfield Girl, Campbell King, Artius, and last in was Penny Brown.
Brian Markovic calling at Moonee Valley tonight. The Scotch Notch Memorial. Gavin Lang, the driver of Rolliston Lad, and 2 the second, and a photo for third. 1, 2 and a photo. There in race number 5. Moving over to the boxes at Wentworth Park, the last of the heats in the Vic Peters Memorial. Here's Peter Johnston.
Racing, Farmer Wilson's come out okay off the inside, Diaming and Tallest Pair showing speed. Farmer Wilson's between them, got held up and got checked by Diaming and moving through Brandy Brother, settling down, and the leader was Tallest Pair, raced away from Brandy Brother. Rufus Bale, Farmer Wilson behind them, then Jazz Bale followed by Gowrie and Heroic Spirit, and back to last was Diaming. On the home corner, the leader was Tallest Pair, Brandy Brother second, moving up Rufus Bale and Farmer Wilson. Tallest Pair shot away, and Tallest Pair's going to go on and win it. Tallest Pair Clear beat Rufus Bale, third Brandy Brother, Farmer Wilson out of a place. Then Jazz Bale followed by Gowrie, Diaming, and last of all was Heroic Spirit.
And a good win to number 8, Tallest Pier, 8-4-3 in the last of the Vic Peters Memorial Classic semis for tonight. Updating Newcastle as they score up. Too late to update there. Forget about that. We'll update Albion Park, and that's more important. It's the 1991 Queensland Pacing Championship. We'll keep going with this even if they jump at Newcastle. Bobby's Dream, 40-1. Number 3, Cavalier. So it's the wrong race. We'll come back to the selections. Here's Wayne Hickson.
Easing out behind those, Eurythmic Lad. They were followed further back on the inside, making ground as Collie Linden. And back at the tail of the field, Ukulele Boy as they head to the back the first time. Heading on past the Mile Peg and Pygmy Pony as the leader, just in front of Scott's Tradition. Out deep on the track, Justin Park. Over on the rails, Quincy Adams in between horses, Electric Low Bell. And the length further back to Collie Linden on the inside of Sodbuster. A fair way back, Eurythmic Lad, and last of all, Ukulele Boy. Heading up towards the top corner. 1,400 metres left to go. Pygmy Pony held them out, just shows the way from Scott Tradition on the outside. Plenty of pressure on though as Justin Park continues that forward move out 3 carts wide. Right behind them, Electric Low Bell is well enough placed in the centre. Over on the rails, Quincy Adam as they come up towards the home corner. A fair way back then to Collie Linden on the inside of Sodbuster. And back towards the rear, Eurythmic Lad, last Ukulele Boy. Into the stretch, 1 circuit left to go. As they come down the home straight, Pygmy Pony tackle left, right and centre. Scott's Tradition and out deep on the track, Justin Park powering on towards the leaders. Over on the fence, Quincy Adam as they come down for the bell. Electric Low Bell, patiently driven by Osborne, is one off the lead. Going around the outside quickly now is Eurythmic Lad as they get the bell. Their pressure's been on them from the start here. Quincy Adams trying to get off the fence. Further back to Collie Linden as they pack right up. And then further back then, losing ground is Sodbuster, and last of all is Ukulele Boy. You could throw a pocket handkerchief over these as they go down the back. 800 metres left to go, and despite the tough run, Justin Park forwards to the lead. Justin Park took over Eurythmic Ladders out 4 carts wide. All this trouble. Going for a gallop was Collie Linden on the inside. Still boxing on well as Pygmy Pony. They were followed further back then by Sodbuster, taken to the outside. And here's Electric Low Bell seeing daylight for the first time. Coming into it very quickly at the 400. Osborne said go on the favourite, and Electric Low Bell shot around the outside and went to the lead. Trying to go with it is Eurythmic Lad, and then Sodbuster. Justin Park calls it a night. Around the home corner, and Electric Low Bell exploded away. Electric Low Bell's 2.5 clear. Eurythmic Lad boxing on well. Sodbuster down the outside, but it wouldn't be a Newcastle Cup night without a win from Dickie Osborne. And away goes the favourite Electric Low Bell, racing on to score brilliantly. Electric Low Bell by 3 lengths on the line. Second home over on the inside was Eurythmic Lad, followed by Sodbuster, and then Ukulele Boy. A long way back in the field to Quincy Adams, Justin Park, and then came Collie Linden. Well back to Pygmy Pony anymore. Scott Tradition just getting in.
Okay, 796. Now to Albion Park, 45-1. Another look at the updated market for the big one in Brisbane, and 45.
One Day's Mate and Popular Arm won the first Queensland Pacing Championship on this track, the new track, back in 1983. Now the gates rolling, heading down towards the bend, and they're just about ready to run. Westburn Grant lining up on his lonesome, up against the fence on the second line. Lights on, racing in the Queensland Pacing Championship, and Woy Woy Karamir and Pappy McCoy both came out of the gate brilliantly. Talara Dream began well in front of Franco Ice, Victories Phil, Cavalier Savante and Bobby's Dream. Westburn Grant second last as they make that first bend. Frost had to take him wide as Bobby's Dream galloped on the first corner, and Happy Heldon dropped out to the tail of the field. Pappy McCoy won the battle to lead, and at the tea trees the first time it's Pappy, 2 lengths in front of Woy Woy Karamir. A length to Talara Dream and Franco Ice 3 wide. Lang making a move early in the race, though he might ease now for the back of Talara Dream. And then Talara Dream eased as Stanky heard Franco Ice coming, so it was a battle of tactics up front. 34.3, the first split of the race. Pappy McCoy shows the way at the 1400. Franco Ice was left posted. He strides up into the death. Woy Woy Karamia third behind the leader. Talara Dream fourth, one out, one back around Victory's Fill, a length and a half, Cavalier Savante. Bobby's Dream slides up on the rail. Westburn Grant second last, and Happy Heldon whipped them in. She's on the back of Westburn Grant as they run down the stretch to the bell. 29.3, first quarter of the mile, and Pappy McCoy shows the way 1,000 metres out. Leads by a half on the Kiwi Franco Ice. Woy Woy Karamia third, locked up behind the speed. Talara Dream fourth, one out and one back. Victory's Fill midfield on the fence. A length to Cavalier Savante, one to Bobby's Dream. 3/4 to Westburn Grant, sitting on the back of Cavalier Savante, and 2.5 to Happy Heldon. 29.3 for the second cut of the mile. It's Pappy McCoy, one in front of Franco Ice. Here he comes. Westburn Grant's out three wide. Frost let him loose, and he's tearing around the outside. Pappy McCoy a neck in front at the 450. Franco Ice second, Westburn Grant a half length away. He's three deep going after the leaders. Woy Woy Karamia's off the fence. Three Talara Dream, Cavalier Savante, Victory's Fill and Happy Heldon. Franco Ice took the lead. Westburn Grant joined him. Woy Woy Karamia's third as they turn. Franco Ice and Westburn Grant straighten up. Westburn Grant takes the lead. Westburn Grant put his head in front of Franco Ice, who battles back. It's Westburn Grant in front. Franco Ice coming again. Franco Ice and Westburn Grant. Franco Ice kicked. He's too good, the Kiwi. Franco Ice fought back. He outstayed Westburn Grant. He beat him. New Zealand first, Australia second. Franco Ice beat Westburn Grant. Woy Woy Karamia third. Then Talara Dream, Cavalier Savante, Happy Heldon, Victory's Fill, Pappy McCoy and Bobby's Dream at the tail of the field.
Okay. What a run. What a run. The New Zealander got him, eh? 5.10.7. He is outstanding, Franco Ice, and a mighty performance by Westburn. He did it hard, but just didn't have enough puff at the finish. Here's Penrith.
All set, ready and racing, and out wide Silver Brute jumped well together with Double Recovery, and Silver Brute crosses to the lead by a length and a half. Double Recovery getting to third, River Crimson from cruising. Balmoral Boy the fence out wide, Lucky Ferrari further back, So Good and Tiger Kelly's at the rear. Silver Brute the leader by a length and a half. Double Recovery 5 away to Balmoral Boy, further back River Crimson and Lucky Ferrari in trouble. On the turn Silver Brute being joined by Double Recovery and Silver Brute. Double Recovery shot clear, and Double Recovery beats Silver Brute. Balmoral Boy third, followed by River Crimson, Lucky Ferrari, Tiger Kelly, So Good, and the last one to finish was Cruising.
Okay, leave you down 2, 8 and 4, race number 8 at Penrith, and the Globe Derby race is not that far.
Here. Light on. It is a start now. Bonero Bell out in the centre of the track's begun very quickly, and she's going to have too much speed for Ernest Beauty. So Bonero Bell goes to the lead round the first turn, crosses over by 4 metres. Top Mate works up second. Ernest Beauty on the inside. Now there's one out, 3 wide on the track trying to work forward. It would be looking on. They are followed further back in the field by Shake 'em Up outside of Applegraph. Then Madagascar dropping to the inside. Settling well back at this point was Empire Ginger. I think he's one off the rails. Yes, he has Body Language 3 wide, and Oriana Skipper at the tail. Down to the judge, they race the first time with 2 to run, and Bonero Bell 5 metres in front. The favourite Ernest Beauty has the sit. Looking on, facing the breeze. 1 out and 1 back. Top Mate Applegraph 3 back the rails. Lead time 46.5. Now Body Language, after being caught 3 wides, whipping around the field. They are followed then by Madagascar on the inside. 4 metres to Shake 'em Up. 4 metres Empire Ginger, and whipping them in Oriana Skipper. Racing down the back straight, and under a lap and 3/4 out, it's Bonero Bell, the pilot. She's 4 metres in front of Body Language running second. Ernest Beauty in behind the leader. Next along in the field then, back on the inside, Applegraph, covering it now, looking on, has a trail. On its back was Top Mate, then Madagascar on the inside, 2 metres further back to Shake 'em Up, 1 off. Might be right up on the still too, it is Shake 'em Up. Empire Ginger's about to take off 3 deep, and last of all, Oriana Skipper. Onto the home bend they swing, a lap and a quarter from home. Bonero Bell's had a pretty good run in front. She's travelled nicely, 4 metres clear. In second placing on the outside, Body Language. Behind the leader, Ernest Beauty needs some luck. 3 wide comes Top Mate. It goes past Looking On. Applegraph very awkwardly positioned. Now Shake 'em Up's trying to ease out here and has Empire Ginger 4 wide out of the straight. Madagascar down on the rails, and then Oriana Skipper. 32.3 was the first quarter as they go towards the back straight. Body Language drops out sharply at the 600. And Beniro Bell led. Into the clear though is Ernest Beauty of Good Enough. They went 30.5 the second quarter. Then Top Mate, Applegraph getting up along the inside. Further out then to Shake 'em Up, Empire Ginger, Madagascar, Oriana Skipper getting through in the centre. Coming off the back straight, and Beniro Bell still going strongly. She's 6 metres in front. Ernest Beauty's had the chance of Good Enough. Then 8 metres away, Applegraph, Top Mate. Further back, Oriana Skipper gets up on the inside from Shake 'em Up, but Beniro Bell has come right away in the straight and got 10, 12 metres in front of Ernest Beauty. Then 10 metres away, Applegraph, but perhaps looks like she might be right back to her best after that win last start. And Beniro Bell scores 6 metres. Second placing, Ernest Beauty, 6 or 8 metres, Applegraph. They're coming in at intervals. Then Top Mate looking on now. It had no luck. Black Book it. Further back, Oriana Skipper. A good gap in the field. Shake 'em Up, Empire Ginger, Madagascar, and Body Language.
5 to 8, Globe Derby race 5, 5 to 8. We've got the dividends from the big one, the Queensland Pacing Championship, taken out by the New Zealander Franco Ice.
But Night Ghost going into the red now. They're all set in box 1 for the 7th event of the night. Wenty Park. Racing, Night Ghost hesitated on the outside at back. Tilly clearly won the start and charged over. Jan's Clover's trying to get over, checked by Mighty Short, and they go second and third. Behind them, Flying Gambler, Tunnel Vision, followed by Willoughby. And back near last was Beach Gown. Willoughby fell there and is tailed off up to the corner. And the leader was out back. Tilly shows the way in second position. Mighty Short running on. Then Jan's Clover and Night Ghost on the corner. Out back, Tilly's in front. Mighty Short's grabbed it. Mighty Short went to the lead and got home. Mighty Short first. Second for Flying Gambler. Flew through the middle to get second. Jan's Clover third. Beach Gown behind them. Then came Night Ghost and Tunnel Vision, and Willoughby completes the course a long way last.
3, 2 and a photo, race 7 at Wentworth Park. 3, 2, 7. Now we're coming up to the feature race at Moonee Valley, so let's have a look at the market for the Melbourne.
Now All Meter Boy's going a bit roughly. Racing, All Meter Boy has missed it about 12 metres. Will Wonder, Odds to Rado away very quickly, but Caveman keeps them out of the judge the first time. In behind them, Diamond Debutante, Kate's Comet 3 out. Amendment the fence, then Franco Tiger. He settles down about 7th out of the straight, 1 off the rail, then Appanon Lad, Witch Melody, Smart Paleface, and All Meter Boy is 10 metres away last. Out of the straight they race and Caveman leads by 3 metres. Odds to Rado on the outside travels up to be second. Out 3 wide as Kate's Comet. The leader's back as Will Wonder. In the centre and 5th is Diamond Debutante. 6 metres away Amendment, followed by Appanon Lad. 3 metres to Franco Tiger. Witch Melody 8 metres away from Smart Paleface, and 8 metres away All Meter Boy. The leaders are going quickly, working off the top turn. Odds to Rado sits up on the outside of Caveman. Kate's Comet, she can't get in. She's out 3 wide. The centre Diamond Debutante. On the rail is Will Wonder. 2 metres to Amendment, followed by Appanon Lad. Franco Tiger still 4 back on the outside, trailed up by Witch Melody. Smart Paleface tacks up with All Meter Boy last. Down the straight they travel, 1,000 to go in the Melton Plate, and the leader is Caveman narrowly by a neck. Odds to Rado, he's done all the bullocking on the outside. Kate's Comet, she's been 3 wide from the outset. The centre Diamond Debutante, the leader's back is Will Wonder. Franco Tiger, he now pulls out 3 wide on the back of Kate's Comet. She's been there from the outset, so he'll have to peel out 4 wide on Franco Tiger. He'll have the last crack of them. He looks to have plenty up his sleeve for the moment. In behind them came Appanon Lad, followed by Amendment, then Smart Paleface, Witch Melody, and 5 metres to All Meter Boy. Now Franco Tiger lets loose. He pulls to the outside, 4 deep at the 550. Odds to Rado on the outside, got the Caveman. He shifted off the rail, gave the run to Will Wonder. At the 400, Will Wonder, he hasn't gone around a horse. He raced through on the inside, hit the lead now by a metre. Franco Tiger, 3 widers out after him. Odds to Rado under pressure. Witch Melody pulls to the outside wide. Then Diamond Debutante. All Meter Boy from well back is making ground. Then Appanon Lad. At the 200, Will Wonder with that freak rails run just in front. Franco Tiger still picking him up on the outside, followed by Witch Melody. Franco Tiger lays down the gauntlet. Franco Tiger put his nose in front. He's roaring near the line, Franco Tiger, and he's got up to win. Good effort too. Franco Tiger by a metre to Will Wonder. Third, I reckon, Happen on Lad from Smart Paleface. All Meter Boy close up. Then Witch Melody, Amendment, Diamond Debutante, Kate's Comet, Caveman. And last in was Odds Dorado.
Okay, thank you very much there, Brian. And the favourites won, and the punters are happy. Franco Tiger, 10-5 a photo in the Melton Plate, 1991. Good luck, Melton. Now, the Newcastle update for race number... Time for Penrith, race number 9. And we go to Penrith right now. Here's Darren.
Green light, ready to run now in race 9. They're set, they're racing. Sloppy Joe was slow off the fence. Miss Deliverance and Scottish Babe began well. Worst Legend and Ardrossan pushing up together with Sloppy Joe sliding along the rail. Out very wide as Equability, followed by On His Toes, and the last one Stylish Slipper. Scottish Babe ran to the lead down the back from Worst Legend. Ardrossan third, followed by Equability starting to improve. Sloppy Joe getting a run on the fence, can't quite get it though, and a break to Miss Deliverance. On the turn, Scottish Babe being tackled by Worst Legend. Worst Legend ran to the lead from Scottish Babe. Equability flying, Worst Legend just in front, and Worst Legend got the money. Worst Legend by a neck to Equability. Scottish Babe third, followed by Sloppy Joe. Stylish Slipper further back On His Toes from Miss Deliverance, and Ardrossan finished at the rear.
6-5-3, 6-5 and 3 there at good old Penrith. And now let's have a look.
Set to go. There's the blue light, off and racing. Favourite got out fairly well from the outside. Huckleberry and Ready Red began nicely closer to the inside with Gladon and Kylie Michelle showing a good turn of speed at the judge. Kylie Michelle might have enough pace to lead them. Going up soon after the start is Nimble Jack to share in the lead in the turn out of the straight, followed by Ready Red and then Gladon, and out deep is Just Between Us. Very wide on the turn out of the straight is Darcy Dale, followed by Huckleberry, and What's More is at the tail of the field. Into the back the first time and heading on past the mile peg. And the leader is Nimble Jack, a length and a half clear of Darcy Dale, and Kylie Michelle settles third on the inside. A length further back to Ready Red. On its outside is Gladon. A length away on the rails is Huckleberry, followed by Just Between Us and What's More together at the tail of the field. Going on towards the top corner, 1,400 metres left to travel. Plenty of speed on early. Nimble Jack, the leader, being pressured by Darcy Dale, the outside. A length away, Kylie Michelle, right behind those leaders, followed by Gladon. Ready Red is next over on the inside, and Huckleberry, it's outside, a length and a half or 2 lengths to What's More, and a similar margin Just Between Us at the tail of the field. Coming around the home corner to get the bell. A circuit out now as they straighten up, and Nimble Jack tackled on the outside by Darcy Dale. This pair go together as they run down the home stretch. About a length and a half away on the outside, moving up is Gladon, followed by Kylie Michelle, and then came Ready Red. Huckleberry is next, followed by Just Between Us. What's More is back second last, but taking off around the outside, and Show Silk, who must have got into trouble early, is tailed right off. Going to the turn out of the straight now. After the bell, and Nimble Jack is the leader. Just shows the way to Darcy Dale, and the favourite is skirting around them 3 wide. What's More up towards the leaders. Kylie Michelle parked up on the leader's back, and Gladon is close handy, followed by Ready Red, and then a break to Huckleberry and a long way back to Just Between Us, and forget Show Silk. Heading up towards the quarter. 450 metres left to go, a line of 3. What's More in the centre is Darcy Dale, and over on the fence, boxing on pretty well as Nimble Jack. In fact, it's going as well as anything. A length away to Kylie Michelle, trying to get off the fence, and then Gladon. Ready Red is close up behind them, and then Huckleberry. They're tight and compact. 300 metres left to go. In the middle of the circle, Nimble Jack is just the leader, about a half length in front. On the outside is Darcy Dale. Ready Red probing for a rails run as they straighten up. What's More on the outside is under extreme pressure. Fighting back, Nimble Jack on the inside, but here's What's More letting go again. What's More shot to the lead with about 50 metres left to run. This has been a pretty tidy effort by What's More. What's More scores by a half length on the line. Getting out late and running on, Kylie Michelle got second. Third home was Nimble Jack, followed by Ready Red, and then came Gladon, a fair way back to Darcy Dale, and then Huckleberry, and a long way back then at the tail of the field was Show Silk and Just Between Us.
Okay, Wayne, thank you. Good win to the favourite. What's More 10 and a photo in the Buttercup Bakeries Pace, race 8 at Newcastle tonight. Moonee Valley, dividends after the Melton Plate, 10-5-11 with a...
They're just about ready to run. I doubt they'll be running a 55 right here. Racing, Hobby's Trust galloped away from the pole, and Benson Boy came out very quickly. Flying Legend began well, so did Electrifying. US goes to the rail behind the Speed, followed by Viking's Memory and then Apache Dart. The Alvarez goes up on the fence as they make that first bend under surveillance second last. And it's Stuyvesant from the 30 metres mark had dropped out to a long last as they turned to the back, where Benson Boy had scooted away with a handy break. He leads by 3 to Hobby's Trust, 2 to Electrifying, 2 to US. A length and a half to Viking's Memory, 1.5 to Flying Legend. On the outside of the Alvarez, Apache Darts off 3 deep when the pace was slow down the back the first time. Another length and a half away under surveillance, and a break in the field to its Stuyvesant, who's about to tack on. They're working up onto the top bend at the 2,400 metres peg, and Hobby's Trust takes the lead. Hobby's Trust takes over, crossed onto the rail and led by 2 lengths.